Why am I never good enough? That question haunted me for years. Not once in a while, not just on bad days, every single day, over and over. It was like a broken record inside my head that I couldn't shut off. It was the first thought when I woke up, the last thought before I closed my eyes, and it controlled everything. Every friendship I had, I gave more, I poured more, I lost more. Because I thought if I just loved them hard enough, maybe one day I'd finally feel like enough. Every relationship I chased, it wasn't about love, it was about survival. I needed their approval, their validation, their attention, anything to silence that voice inside my head. But here is the cruel truth. Even when someone was good to me, even when they loved me, it didn't matter. That question never left. It still pounded in my head every day, daily. Because the reality was, the voice wasn't about them, it was about me. You see, I surrounded myself with people who weren't good for me. And here's the thing, that says everything about them and nothing about me. But this is the part that says everything about me. And probably the hardest to admit, honestly. I allowed it. I stayed when I should have walked away. I let them treat me like I didn't matter. And the worst part is, it felt normal. Because deep down, I believed it. If I didn't think I was good enough, why would I expect anyone else to treat me like I was? And if this feels like I'm speaking your life out loud, don't just keep scrolling. Hit subscribe and subscribe to my newsletter. It's free. The link's down below. I share the things I wish someone would have told me when I felt like I was drowning in this lie. I'd love to have you there. There's many nights and days that I can remember tears running down my face and just saying, what's so wrong with me? Why can't I just be enough? And one day it hit me. That voice in my head, it wasn't mine. It was the echo of every rejection, every criticism, every silence. I had been living under other people's stories about me. And I called it truth. But it was never the truth. And once I started shifting how I felt about me, everything outside started shifting too. I no longer associate with the same kind of people. I stopped attracting those kinds of people. And I stopped accepting scrapes. I stopped surrounding myself with people who tore me down. And it wasn't easy by any means, letting go of people that I thought was always going to be in my life. But little by little, I started finding people who supported me, who lifted me up and saw me as enough. Because the second you believe it for yourself, The world has no choice but to catch up. And again, I share this messy middle every single day in my daily newsletter. Stuff that I don't always post about anywhere else. And if you're tired of chasing love, tired of chasing approval, the link's below. It's free to join. I'd love to have you there. This is where we do the kind of work together. And I want to take a moment to be honest with you. This didn't just start in my 20s, in my teens, my 30s. No. When I actually sat with why I felt like I was never good enough, it hit me in the gut like I'd never even imagined would. You see, this story started way back as a young kid. And as hard as it is to admit, I had to face that truth. And the reality is that as a young kid, I never felt good enough for my mom. And when you learn at a very early age, that's what sets the stage for everything. Every friendship, every relationship, and every trauma, one by one, they just stacked on top of each other over the years, proving the same lie. See, you'll never be enough. And I carried that lie like it was part of my identity. But here's what I want to leave you with. Here's the truth. And it took me years to see it. I was always enough. And please hear me when I say this. You are enough. You always have been. The way people treated me wasn't proof that I was broken. It was just a reflection of how I felt about myself at that time. And once I changed that, once I started and I decided that I was enough, the world changed around me too. And I know this, I'll never go back. So if this question haunts you, if you've ever had this question come up in your life, like it's haunted me, stick around. Subscribe, join my free newsletter, the link's down below. Because until you believe it for yourself, I'm going to keep showing up here to remind you. You have always been enough. You always were. You always will be. You get to decide that, not anyone else. Thank you so much for joining me on this video. I'll see you in the next one.